It's KBKW's Coffee Talk on FM 94.7 and AM 1450. And time once again for Everett Hughes and the Insider Report. Good morning, Everett.
And we're on time. How you doing?
Hey, yes, we are on time. And the question I have is, with us knowing a little bit more about what direction we're going now tax-wise, because
Right.
a lot of stuff's been settled, not all of it, but some of it.
Right.
What are some of the things you're not happy with?
I'm not happy with the way they are scrutinizing charitable contributions, like to your church, for instance.
How is it different?
Well, they've always wanted you to keep track, but a few years ago, they started requiring you having a letter, okay, from the church, synagogue, whoever you gave the money to, saying what you gave them. And there's been a lot of court cases. There's been in situations where the donor could prove he paid it because there's a cash withdrawal from his bank, and the recipient could prove that they'd received it because there was a cash deposit to their account, but the court said there's nothing to link that together.
But isn't that a paper trail of sorts?
No, it's not a paper trail. That was the whole issue.
Oh, okay.
The issue was there was no paper trail. It's just somebody shows their bank records show they took $6,000 out of this one, and your bank records show that somebody put $6,000 in there. But what is there to link those two things together?
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
Nothing.
Okay.
And so people have lost. But now here's what's happening recently, and it's kind of a big deal. And I went to the guy that's the church treasurer where I attend, and he's doing it excellently, but a lot of places aren't. There have been court cases in the last year where the statement from the church, synagogue, whatever, was not deemed adequate because it did not have the phrase in it that the donor received no other goods or forms of compensation.
We're dealing with churches, though. They think that the churches are lying?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Unless the statement says that, unless the statement says on your little receipt statement you get from the church, synagogue, whatever, whoever you're donating to, that the donor, this receipt is not for amounts where any other form of goods or compensation was returned to the donor. And that's brand new.
But what kind of stuff was supposedly could be given to the donor?
Well, for instance, like now, this is what happened on the statement that I got.
Okay.
There was a salmon barbecue. Okay.
Right.
And so I donated $200 to the salmon barbecue. Okay.
Yeah.
And I got 10 tickets
to the salmon barbecue.
To the salmon barbecue that I gave away. Okay?
Right.
That's not good for a charitable contribution because I got tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So, and all of these things you hear where you're going to get, a week stay in some exotic resort for your contribution, and you hear that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Well, that's not part of your charitable contribution.
Because you're getting something in return.
You're getting something in return. So now, the statements coming from your church or synagogue or other agencies, if it doesn't have that clause in it, that no other goods or services were received or were given to the donor, if the statement doesn't say that in those exact words, it's not considered a valid charitable contribution.
Wow. Well, we're almost out of time, but this is interesting, and I'm sure that this also impairs the churches a little bit because that bartering thing is gone. You know what I'm saying?
I do know.
Yeah.
I do know.
Yeah.
But if you do it, you have to do it in a more specific manner. You can still do it, but you can't do it the way everyone has been doing it.
Gotcha. Well, if people want more information, they can give you a call at 533-4131 and check out that website.
EverettHughes.com.
All right, we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
See you.
All righty, bye.